we are turning back now to the first Republican presidential debate. Local 5's Dana Searles is joining us. Dana, you watched the entirety of this debate tonight, so talk to us, kind of really what sticks out to you. I know you just got off the phone with a bunch of these campaigns.
Yeah, definitely. So I've been talking to these campaigns all night. They've been telling me a lot of them are feeling good about it. A lot of them are in pretty high spirits overall. It was a lot of back and forth. We saw a lot of Vivek Ramaswamy kind of coming out a lot of different candidates. And then we saw a lot of action from former Vice President Mike Pence. We expected Governor Ron DeSantis to be a little bit more outspoken. He's polling the highest of all the candidates on stage tonight, but we did see him struggling a little bit with the Fox News format and the way they presented the questions, and it was just a little bit of a different response to that.
We're not school children. Let's have the debate. I mean, I'm happy to take it to start. Alexander, somebody want to raise your hand or not? I don't think that's the way to do. So let me just say to Alexander this. First of all, one of the reasons our country's decline is because of the way the corporate media treats Republicans versus Democrats. Biden was on the beach while those people were suffering. He was asked about it. He said, no comment. Are you kidding me?
Now, Dana, as we said, you've been talking to campaigns tonight. I know you just spoke with DeSantis' campaign. What was their reaction to his performance tonight?
Yeah, so I just got off the phone with their national spokeswoman, and she told me that they are feeling great. They feel like it was a win in their books. She says it's been an amazing feeling, and she compared a lot about Governor DeSantis showing up versus Trump not showing up. So let's take a listen to what she said.
Ron DeSantis showed up. Donald Trump did not. Ron DeSantis is on the 99 county tour in Iowa. Donald Trump barely passes through the Iowa State Fair. Donald Trump goes after Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. Ron DeSantis applauds her for all of her great conservative wins in the great state of Iowa.
Now, earlier this morning, the Iowa Democratic Party released a statement about why they believe Iowans shouldn't support any of the candidates on the stage tonight. Here's what they had to say about Ron DeSantis. Iowa Democrats claim DeSantis has focused on taking away Floridians' rights, including signing abortion bans, easing gun restrictions, and allowing book banning. Now, next up, let's move to former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Dana, what do you think he really kind of focused on tonight?
He wasn't the most outspoken of them all. He didn't have a lot of chances to speak, but what he was very talkative was the one issue he's always prided himself in was that his views on abortion. He says he is the strictest pro-life person on that stage, and that is one thing that he emphasized tonight.
Arkansas has the record of being the most pro-life state in the nation. I signed 30 pro-life pieces of legislation while I was governor. And every state can determine a different outcome here. And it is the most important issue for women and for the unborn child.
And Dana, just like with DeSantis, we know he spoke to the campaign. What are they thinking about his performance?
Yeah, they're really just proud that he was able to be out there and be able to show up tonight. They were saying his maturity really showed through in his way of handling these situations. And just the fact that he was there on the stage was a big moment for them.
He is brave enough to come out and say that against the front runner in this race. And that matters. Sometimes that's not popular, but popular doesn't matter. We need someone who's ready to lead the country and do what he knows is right.
Meanwhile, here is what Iowa Democrats had to say about Hutchinson. They claim he signed one of the strictest abortion bans in the country as governor and restricted access to Medicaid and supported the repeal of the Affordable Care Act. They also claim Hutchinson supported Trump for years. And finally, the last candidate that we're highlighting is South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. So Dana, what do you really think that he leaned on tonight?
Yeah, so he was also out there. He talked a lot about supporting Mike Pence and how he supports what he did on January 6th and how he kind of showed up for the Constitution. And take a listen to what he had to say about that.
Absolutely, he did the right thing. Number one. Number two, we should be asking ourselves a bigger question about the weaponization of the Department of Justice. When I'm president, the first thing I'll do is fire Merrick Garland.
And Dana, you reached out to Scott's campaign. Did you hear anything back?
Yeah, so I've been in conversation with them back and forth all evening. We've been working on connecting. They're working on sending me a statement right now just about their reactions, and we have a few questions about how they feel about it. So we're going to be covering that. We're going to be working on reaching out to the rest of the campaigns the rest of the night, and we'll be having that coverage just throughout the day tomorrow. But they are working on sending us a statement, and we'll be able to bring you that on our social medias and online and in our coverage tomorrow.
And here's what Iowa Democrats had to say about Tim Scott. Now, they claim that he wants to sign the most conservative national abortion ban possible into law, and that he was instrumental in passing historic tax cuts through Congress in 2017. So Dana, where can they go if they want to see more of the coverage from tonight?
Yeah, so like I said, we're going to have full coverage throughout the day tomorrow. We're going to unpack all these statements that we didn't have a chance to get to tonight. So you can find a full breakdown on our website at weareiowa.com.
All right, Dana, a lot to unpack tonight. We appreciate you doing all this work for us.
Thank you, Mary.